Greetings and humble salutations. My name is Julie Sanyo. I am from Columbia, South Carolina. I'm a junior biology major here at the Astound South Carolina State University. And so I did my cultural plunge on the tennis players and the sport in itself. So, as you know, our tennis team like the whole tennis team is basically like people from Russia, Czech Republic, North Africa. So they're all Caucasian. So I said, you know what? Okay, let me go to a tennis game and interact with them because I've never been. And I said, let me just go because I would see them in the calf and they just seemed like detached from the world, like they didn't really care to, talk to us as in, African Americans, things of that nature. So I went to the tennis game. When I got to my first tennis game, people wasn't it was older people that were there, like professors that went to our school, and I sat with the student. Her name is Jordan, and she was talking to me. I had met her at the game, and we were watching the game, and I started cheering. I was like, "Go Bulldogs!" And they all looked at me, and it was like, "What is she doing? Get her out! Get her out!" And so then I was like, "Are we not supposed to cheer?" Because usually, like at a football game or a basketball game, soccer game, we talk junk, we cheer for them, and so, you know, they wasn't having it. So basically, I was like, okay, well now I'm embarrassed and now I want to go. But I stayed and I said I'm going to support my Bulldogs because, I still had my judgments about them. So I stayed, and then after they was telling me, the tennis players, it was just like, like, you may want to cheer and stuff, but if we cheer, that could take a point away from them because it could distract them or whatever. So I was like, oh, okay. And it was like tennis is a very quiet sport. So I said, okay, well, now I know better. So the girl Jordan that I met there, she was like, oh, there's another tennis game. You should come. And I was like, okay, I might come, I might not. Because, that first experience was a little iffy. So I ended up seeing them like in the calf one day, and I remember the really tall tennis player. He like waved and smiled. I was like, "Oh, hey, he remembers me. Cool, yeah." So I went back to another tennis game with Jordan, and they were looking at me like, oh, she's back. Didn't say nothing, didn't say much, but then I started to come, and then Zainab, who's a female tennis player, she would like send me their tennis games, and another guy he would send me when they had tennis games, and to see like if I could help them promote and stuff. And if I was coming to the games, I was like, okay, they rocking with the kid. So I was like, okay, cool. And then my like outlook on them started to change, and then I would see them. I would eat with them in the calf in the morning for breakfast. And like we would talk and we would just interact. They would see me on the street and they would hug me. Hey, how you doing? Great, great, great. And then I studied with some of them. So like basically in a nutshell, like I said, my outlook changed on them. Like it wasn't so much, oh, they don't want to talk to us or they're this, they're that. It's just like they interact with you when you interact with them, but it's just they're just of a different culture, obviously, and like they're from a different place, but they're really sweet and they're really nice. And like I learned about another sport. That's a highlight. I got new friends, foreign friends. That's another highlight. They said they're gonna cook for me, so let's see how that goes. Um, I what's another thing? Um, I get to like I'm like I support the tennis team instead of just like always supporting other sports, softball and soccer, all that stuff. I get to support them, and they like when they see students and when they have students who help them support and put out stuff for them, you know, they get happy and they like that. And I love for my Bulldogs to feel like one. So that was my cultural plunge. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I gained friends. You get to grade me. And you got to see my beautiful face again, Dr. Norma. So I will see you later.